Hi, I am Dr. N. Priyadarshini from Physics Department. I am going to take vector analysis from Mathematical Physics course. In this video, I am going to discuss what is divergence, physical significance of divergence, gradient and curl, Gauss divergence theorem, problem in Gauss divergence theorem, application of Gauss divergence theorem. First, we see the divergence of a vector field. What is divergence? We call it as a divergence of vector field or point is a scalar quantity of magnitude is equal to the flux of the vector field. Here we call it as a vector field as a that is diverging out per unit volume through that the point. We call it in a mathematical form. So here divergence is represented as div A is represented as del dot A. Del, what is the value of del? Del we represent in a 3 coordinate Cartesian coordinate I, j, k. I dou by dou x plus j dou by dou y plus k dou by dou z, and the way A is called as a vector field I ax plus j ay plus azk. So del dot is a dot product. If we dot, we put a dot. The value of del and the value of vector field, and we put a dot. So here I into I dot I is equal to 1. If it is I dot j, we call it as a 0. I dot k is a 0. So I into I is equal to 1. So we multiply the dot product dou ax by dou x plus dou ay by dou y plus dou az by dou z. So this is the value of div A. This we called as a divergence. Physical significance of divergence. So from the illustration we see the divergence of vector field can be a positive, negative or 0. If the divergence of a vector field at a point is positive, in case this div A is positive, it means that flux entering through the surface. Here the flux entering through the surface is less than the flux coming out through the surface. And in other words, we call this as a source of the vector field. And here that is div A is greater than is equal to 0. So here if the divergence of vector field at a point is negative, that means div A is negative, the flux entering to the surface is more. See here the entering to the surface is more than the flux coming out through the surface. So in other words, we called it as a sink. We called it as a generally we called as a sink of the vector field. So if the divergence here in the third case, if the divergence of a vector field is 0, that means the flux entering and the flux entering through the surface is equal to the flux coming out through the surface. So it means here we called as there is a neither source or nor sink in this region. So this is the illustration, or this is the physical significance of divergence. Gradient of vector field. Here in vector calculus, gradient is a scalar differentiable function whose value point is a vector. So how we write a gradient? Del A is equal to gradient. Here del is an ampla symbol, or written as del is written as a upside down triangle. We pronounce as a del. It is denoted by a vector differential operator. In this figure, these blue line denoted the direction and this gray scale denoted the value of function. So in this case, or we see an example of an one can able to give the example of this gradient. Consider a room. See in our room where temperature is given by a scalar field like a T. We given a temperature T. So at each point in a room we take it as a Cartesian coordinate x, y, z. So at each point the temperature T is independent of time. So at each point in a room the gradient T at the point will show the direction. So gradient T will give the direction, so in which the temperature rises or downs most quickly. So one can calculate that the magnitude of the gradient will determine, if one can calculate the magnitude of gradient, we can able to determine how fast the temperature rises in that direction. So this is an gradient. And next we see the important function is the curl of a vector field. So what is curl? Curl is a measure rotation or spinning effect. So generally curl measures the rotation or some type of spinning effect. We call it as a, if you are in a windstorm, we know the windstorm, the curl would measure the tendency of something to rotate in a windstorm in that field. So the curl lines gives the axis of rotation. So the curl line gives the axis of rotation. That magnitude represents the strength of the rotation. So it can able to determine using a right hand rule. The curl we have determined right hand rule, and the vector field whose curl is 0 we called as a irrotational field. So here the curl denoted by curl F or del cross F, and here del cross F is equal to I, here like we write in the matrices form, I, J, K, second row, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z, and f is a function which gives a rotation fx, fy and fz. We can represent as I into dou fz by dou fy. So here we can multiply this dou fy by dou z minus dou fy by dou z. Minus of j represent dou fz by dou x minus dou fx by dou z plus k vector. So here k in the last we cross this mark, dou fy by dou x minus dou fx by dou y. So next we are going to see the important theorem is Gauss divergence theorem. So this theorem is used to convert volume integral into one surface integral. So what is this statement? According to this theorem, the volume integral of a divergence of a vector field, we called as a name A, over an volume is equal to the surface integral of that vector field taken over the surfaces. We get taken over surfaces or which encloses the volume B. So I'm going to see the Gauss divergence problem. So in this problem, evaluate both sides. So or else we can able to verify the Gauss divergence of a vector field. H is equal to 2xy ax plus h square z square ay plus 2y z az. And the rectangular region. So here we give a limit x or 0 to 1, y is limit 1 to 2, and z limit is minus 1 to 3. So why we have to prove? So first we write and Gauss divergence theorem. Volume integral of del dot h, this is called div h dv is equal to surface integral of h dot ds. So here del dot h is equal to, first we calculate the divergence del dot h. So we have to know the formula dou by dou x to ax to xy plus dou by dou y x square plus z square plus dou by dou z to y z. So by calculating the divergence value was 4y. So now we substitute the value of 4y in this region. So the LHS triple integral del dot h is equal to 4y dx dy dz. So we have to integrate that by x, y and z respectively. So while we get an integration, so we get 24. The value is 24. So LHS triple integral del dot h dv is equal to 24. So next we have to calculate the RHS. So RHS is surface integral of h dot ds. So surface integral, here the surfaces of a cube is distributed to one 6 side. So you can imagine a cube. Cube have a direction 6 faces, front, back, side, left, right, top and bottom. So in that angle we have here in the x-axis you take in a cube x, y and z. So x positive x side, negative x side, positive y side, negative y side, positive z side, that means the top. So here is this and front, left, top. So this is back, right and bottom minus az. So we can individually calculate the integration of x minus x, y minus y, z minus z. So first we calculate the h dot ax. So we put an substitute here, we put an axis to x dy. So what is the value here? So we can substitute here 6 part they put an x equal to 1. So x equal to 0 to 1. So 0 x. So here x is the limit is 0. Here x is limit 1. Y order limit is 1 and y is in 2. Z is equal to minus 1. Z is equal to 3. So we can substitute 2xy dy dz. So here you can substitute, the answer is 12. So and the next for this, the answer is 0. And third one, the answer is 32 by 3. Here you have to integrate the normal integration steps. And minus x square is a minus 32 by 3. And the bottom and top and bottom 6x dxy. So here you substitute, you get a 9 value, and the same for 2y dx x power y, that is a minus of value is a minus 3. So substitute this all value, 12 minus 0 plus 32 by 3 minus 32 by 3 plus 3, and also then here is a minus 3 is equal to 24. So it shows that LHS is equal to RHS. If these problem is verify the Gauss divergence theorem. And Gauss divergence theorem, where it apply? We apply for in Coulomb's law, inverse square law force. In superposition, linear superposition of forces due to all charges in the charge field. Because in charges we use this Gauss divergence theorem. In this lecture, we discuss divergence of a vector field, gradient of scalar field, curl of vector field, Gauss divergence theorem, problem, application of Gauss divergence theorem. Thank you.